Today's date is November 5th, 2014. I gotta talk fast in this video because I got a lot to say and I'm running real low on video time. So just please bear with me. And I see when you're trying to make a video and just be yourself, talking a regular pace and everything, you know, videos are kind of like presentation. You're presenting what you're talking to, what you're talking about, what your subject matter is. As a result of the extreme stress that I'm under because of what's happening to me as a result of me being a gang stalking target, my time right now is extremely constrained. Okay? Now, as a result of this, and having to move because of gang stalking techniques, no matter how, I was given a ticket, I got to move. Hang on. By two UCSD police officers that came down here to my hiking area on August 27, 2014. The day before, I was literally at their biomedical library looking up lawyers on their computers. Go to Google and type in cyber surveillance and gang stalking. Now, they know I got indisputable evidence that I'm being gang stalked, and they know I got a huge amount of it. Video evidence, audio evidence, paper trail evidence. Hold on. Even confessions and altered NTS video of me being assaulted. Now, I've already made videos about that, so the only thing I'm going to say in order for you to see it is just to go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. The purpose of this video is to basically just show you, talk to you about the subject matter pertaining to why it's being made. And I'm going to fly right into it right now, and I am going to have to talk fast in order to condense as many details as I can. As a result of me having to move, when I'm on a time constraint because I got a court date coming up on December 1st, okay, pertaining to the ticket I got. They moved the court date from October 22nd to December 1st. I'm also being reviewed right now suddenly through Social Security Disability, and I'm fighting with Fed Loan Servicing because they're claiming they didn't get a money order that was sent to them on October 6th. I spent 5 days correcting that bullshit, and it's still not corrected in reference to me doing all the things I was told to do to prove that it was mailed. Okay, everything's been done concerning that. Let's see what additionally happens concerning that in order to make me run through additional hoops. I literally lost 6 days out of my calendar that I could have been looking up a lawyer that of my choosing. Okay, not a lawyer that can be given to me through the court system. Now, organized stalking and gang stalking is directly connected to organized crime in the system. Now, is UCSD working in collusion with? I'm a whistleblower concerning UCSD, so are they working in collusion with the courts? Go to Google and type in the judges in gang stalking, police officers in gang stalking, universities in gang stalking, campus police in gang stalking, library security guards in gang stalking, prosecutors in gang stalking, DAs in gang stalking. Now, when you look at the amount of Google generated responses you get to each specific described term that is cross-referenced to gang stalking, just look at how many responses you get and then look at the blogs that come up. So the point being is this. I'm having to move because their skanky asses came down up in here and gave me a ticket to move. Now, a lot of things can happen concerning my finances and other matters that I'm having to deal with while all this shit's going on. But that's not the theme of this video. The theme of this, so I had to state that so you kind of get a general idea of what's going on a little bit. I'm being screwed over. I'm being pulled and pushed in multiple different directions at the same time, while I'm experiencing their covert techniques, which can definitely include mail theft and mail delayment. Google that and cross-reference it to gang stalking. So this right here, this property will be moved tomorrow. That and this. This right here is being packed up so it can just be grabbed and go. Okay? Now, after I move this tomorrow, the only thing that's really going to be left for me to move is this item, these two items, and 6 bags of clothes and a couple duffel bags, and then the tent, and then the backup tent I've taken with me. Now, what you got to understand though is that every day, I cannot spend every day dedicated to moving the property, even now that it's going to be totally bagged up, because other things are pulling me and pushing me in other directions that are physically taking my time from moving. So, the point being is, and I'm making this video in order to prove that I am preparing to move, just in case any law enforcement or because in gang stalking, they will literally stage events for me to experience here, and or they'll prop up somebody to make it look like they had they'll prop up somebody. They can prop up anybody. Sidewalk, road, riding their bike by, claim they heard or saw me, and then call the police. Because in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, if you're caught illegally camping, you can get 6 months in jail. And I just recently found out through Social Security yesterday, they're claiming that if I spend 31 days in jail, my Social Security will be suspended. I can get 6 months just from this ticket that I got from the little whore-ass, filthy, criminal, rat-ass whores, UCSD police. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman catches gang stalking at UCSD Price Center. Learning Disabled Woman exposes direct exposing I forgot the name of it. I just got them making a bunch of videos. So just go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at UCSD. Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at UCSD Price Center. And the best thing to do in reference to research and what's happening to me is to go to Google and type in Exposing Police 1. Now the 1 is not O-N-E, it's the number 1. So just type in at Google Exposing Police 1 space YouTube channel and then hit enter. As a result, my YouTube channel should come up through Google, and then you can just click on it in order to get to it, and then all you have to do is go and look at all the videos that are in it pertaining to that channel. And you will literally, if you take the time, you'll literally witness that I'm being gang stalked. You can also go to you can also go to Google and type in UCSD and Law Library, are they networking gang stalking? That's my most updated blog, and guess what? They've hacked into it. They've hacked into it and have copied and pasted a bunch of bullshit, okay, in it. Now, anyways, so the point being, this is my way in order to be able to prove that I am preparing to move, just in case these little filthy whore-ass rats, any law enforcement, because I'm going to guarantee you something right now, I don't give a shit how it's brought about. I'm a seasoned, extremely educated, targeted individual, okay? Which means that I am very educated in reference to how these criminalities are perpetrated and why. You can go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes criminal motivations of gang stalking. Learning Disabled Woman exposes flat-out evidence of gang stalking. Learning Disabled Woman makes hiking area predictions, gang stalking. Just do it. Now, the point being is they basically create the homelessness and then monopolize on it. Because now you can go to Google and Google that as well. Gang stalking creating homelessness of targets. And you will see that landlords, property owners, and even postal employees can play a role in the homelessness. Postal employees used for mail theft and mail delayment of rent. Even rent that's mailed certified mail return receipt, which is how they created the homelessness of me. That's right. Now, you can also research how they will gang stalk target individuals to apartment to apartment to apartment to apartment to motel room, and then the target just gives up and says, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of going through all my money when every place that I rent, I lose. So they just get smart and say, I'd rather save my money and go camping. Now, if they'll gang stalk you to multiple apartment buildings and motel rooms, do you honestly believe for 1 second they won't gang stalk you to your camping area? Now, when you realize that and keep that, set aside in your mind, and then go to Google and YouTube and type in gang stalking at universities, okay, and see that it is happening at universities at a massive scale, then just do the math. You're being gang stalked at your home, you're being gang stalked at a university, and it was a university campus police that came here to give me a ticket. Therefore, I got to go to court. They're asking for my DNA. They're more than likely, their little skanky asses in a prosecutor's office will probably say, we need to get a psychiatric evaluation on her. Because this is literally, these schemes are the reason why the homelessness is created to begin with. They try and claim that a targeted individual is mentally ill because they're homeless, and they claim they're being stalked by people they don't know. As a result, we believe that Miss Williams cannot take care of herself. She's also causing problems everywhere she goes. Okay, that's why they stage events at university libraries, just like they did 2 days ago, and it was predicted the morning here on my phone through Twitter. I literally made a tweet saying, let's see if anything happens today, I'm going to UCSD. I said, let's see if anything happens at UCSD today. I'm going to charge up power cells for my phone. I sent that tweet, went to UCSD, minded my own business like I do every day. They brought an individual back in the library again for the 4th time since he literally, right to my face, threatened to punch me in my face and kick my ass just because I coughed right outside the biomedical library. And if you want to know the truth, I literally got assaulted on August 17, 2011, and that dumbass individual they used, he tried to claim that he was assaulting me because I burped. So, I got an individual threatening to kick my ass and punch me in the face because I coughed, and I've already been assaulted, and the excuse used for that on August 17, 2011 was that because I burped. So, can you honestly think to yourself for 1 second that these are not the same exact, very similar excuses pertaining to why people are threatening me? Okay, the point being is this: they prop these assholes up to come in in fact, the day that happened, July 16, 2014, when I got off the bus going to the biomedical library, I literally made a statement in my tape recorder saying, "Let's see if anybody fucks with me at the bike rack." And I go in the library, I use it, I come out, that motherfucker's acting like he's coming in at the same time I'm going out. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and how they appear at entrances and exits. Because when you're leaving an area or going into an area, what you're doing is your mind is literally coming down from all this stress that you were experiencing from where you were just at, you know, the things you were just doing. So you're kind of taking a deep breath, you're exhaling, and then you're also switching your cognitive mindset to where you're going and what you're going to do next. So basically what I'm saying is that you're caught off guard because you're distracted in your own thinking. That's what they want. They believe if you get up from going from one area and you're going to the next, you're mentally distracted, which you are a little bit, whether you understand that if you are consciously distracted or not. Trust me, you are. Okay? Because all you gotta do is think about it this way. If you go into a post office and take care of business, as you're walking out the door, you'll be either thinking about what you're gonna do next, or you're just gonna be thinking, I'm glad I got this done, now what's next? Or you might think to yourself, I'm going home. You're literally in your own mindset, your own thinking. You're distracted in your own thinking. And that's when they approach you to pull something to catch you off guard. Now, they already know that you're aggravated because of this situation because they literally intentionally, overtly, directly harass you using sensitization methods. So they believe that they can catch you off guard and then harass you or threaten you while you're off guard mentally. Then you're not going to be able to automatically, instinctively say, okay, this is a staged event, don't respond to it verbally. And that's what they want. Okay? And that's literally what they did the other day inside of UCSD. The point being is this. I have literally caught gang stalking, oh my god, being said at this hiking area on multiple occasions on audio and video. It's the same exact gang stalking, oh my god, being repeated all over UCSD campus. So do the math. They knew where I was at, and they'll lie about it in court and call me crazy concerning it because that's literally a gang stalking method. Go to Google and type in doctors and gang stalking, prosecutors and gang stalking, district attorneys and gang stalking. That's right, baby. Alright, so anyways, this is me showing you that I got this stuff. Now tomorrow when I go drop it off, we're going to see if any filthy animal is already up in the area, because they know where I'm going. They know where I'm going. You better believe they do. Okay? And I've already made a lot of videos concerning all this bullshit, so I'm not going to go and explain another long another long explanation pertaining to how I know. Look, if they gang stalk me to here, the 4th hiking area they've gang stalked me to, do you honestly think they're not going to gang stalk me to the next one? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so the point being is that as a result of them knowing my routines and where I'm dropping property off, which they do, I'll just give you a tidbit of an explanation pertaining to how they would know. Go to Google and YouTube and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking, cell phone tracking and gang stalking. Target cell phones are being used as trackers. A target cannot get rid of their cell phone because they need to use it to call 911 in case they're assaulted, robbed, whatever. So the point being is that they see when I put my phone in my pocket and leave here and then ride my bike to where I'm going to drop the property off at, they can vector my location using GPS coordinates. Now, if they know that I've already went to that spot to drop off property, then they are familiar with where I'm dropping property off at. So they can literally see where I'm headed to and then have somebody already up in that area or close by. And as a result of tracking me, they say, okay, she's headed that way. Go ahead and go over there. Act like you're over there doing business. Like, I'm not going to say who it is, but it will definitely more than likely be an employment description and or a homeless person. And or a person who act like they're in the area to enjoy the area because of the type of area that it is. This is basically nothing but staged events that they bring about that stem from the schemes that are attached to the criminal motivation. Okay? And the whole goal for them is to basically create the homelessness to exploit it. Now, attempting to take illegal syndicated probate control is one of the huge criminal motivations of why a gang stalking target is experiencing everything I'm experiencing right now. So just go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Criminal Motivations of Gang Stalking. Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Methods and Tactics of Gang Stalking. Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Why Gang Stalking Targets are Gang Stalked. And you'll hear, trust me, there's hundreds of videos online that I've made already concerning this. In fact, you can also see a lot of YouTube videos pertaining to me explaining their criminal motivations by going to YouTube and typing in Learning Disabled Woman makes hiking area predictions. Okay, because the hiking area predictions are directly connected to why I'm having to hike. Okay, and then as a result, I explain why I'm hiking. So, this right here, that property, so if anybody's down there tomorrow, okay, or before I get there, or arrives after I get there, on any date that I'm taking any property to it, and then once I start staying there, the place I'm going to start staying at is going to be used as an emergency temporary spot because my time is being constrained as a result of dealing with this federal loan student loan bullshit in reference to the missing money order, preparing for court, okay, and what else? Oh, and I got to also change. I also got to take care of some other business, and I'm not going to talk about that on video because it's not appropriate. So this is my way of showing you that I am preparing to move. Okay, so this right here, as soon as I get done making this video file, this stuff right here is going to be re-hidden, okay, and it's going to be put away. But the point being is this: I have very little left to move now. So let me show you. This right here is a waist bag that can either be put on my waist or can be put on the basket of my bike. This is another one that can be either carried or attached to the basket of my bike. Okay, so that right there doesn't really hinder my ability to put to also put stuff in a duffel bag, which goes on the handlebars, and then I usually don't put anything in my backpack because it's already packed. So the point being is this: these two things are going tomorrow. This and more than likely one or two of those will go in the next trip. Okay, and then in the next trip after that, I'll basically be just taking empty duffel bags. Oh, and my clothes, which are about 8 bags, just 8 bags about that size, which can easily go in that bag right there. So the bag of clothes can be taken in one day. And then pretty much that'll be it, except for some minor loose ends. After that, what needs to be taken is going to take at least 2 days to do it, 2 full days. Because I got 5 sleeping bags, blankets, pajamas, okay, and then a spare tent. Okay, so the point being is that I'm letting everybody know, I want you to look at how I have to live. I want you to look at how I have to live because of filthy, whore, corrupt San Diego police officers and the little criminal rats that are in the prosecutor's office and the DA's office. And if you don't think that I don't have justified reason to use that kind of language, all you have to do is go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus." That's 1 of 4 assaults. The other 2, okay, are also on video, so just go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted again." Alright, so I'm going to go. Today's date is November 5th. So we're going to see if any problems transpire concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me, or any of my property. We're also going to see if I'm ticketed again. Because what these little rat-ass whores, I got banned from UCSD Library yesterday for 7 days because of the bullshit they pulled yesterday, using an individual that they allowed to come back in the library on 5 separate occasions after he threatened to kick my ass. Okay, that's right, right outside the law library. I'm sorry, right outside the biomedical library. So the point being is this: if anything happens to me in the next 7 days, I'm gonna, especially over the weekend, because there's only one other library that I've been currently using to possibly upload videos at. That library is closed on the weekend. So if anything happens to me before next Tuesday, is this one of the reasons why they banned me? See, what you gotta understand here, you gotta remember very carefully, listen. They get around me and repeat gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk weird, gang stalk oh my god, everywhere I go, every single day. It's been caught on at least 700 audio files, at least. And each audio file shows it being said continuously and sometimes non-stop. Okay? The point being, the same exact methodology has been caught happening towards me and around me all over UCSD campus and at this area. That shows either one person, persons, or group, okay, is steering the entire campaign because the harassment is identical. Do you understand? So, what I'm doing is predicting what these little filthy rat-ass whores are going to pull next. If they give me another ticket for camping, are they using the courts to screw me over? It's very easy to human traffic a woman once they make her homeless and then take away all of her finances. And Social Security told me if I spend 31 days in jail, they will be immediately suspended until I get out and can prove them out. And have I caught gang stalking, oh my god, being repetitively said around me inside of Social Security? Absolutely. Absolutely. And many audio files. Now, if they arrest me and delete these audio files, I'll never be able to prove it. These are the schemes of gang stalking. They create this destitution so they can make it appear they got a normal appearance reason to ticket you, to put you in a court system, okay, to screw you. that brings you one step closer to the exploitation, because a woman, look, when they arrest a person, they can steal their money, their IDs, their food stamp card, all their evidence, destroy their phones, destroy their cameras. That's right, bus cards, everything. And then when they're released, they have nothing to fall back on. No money, no nothing. Are these the techniques of gang stalking? Abso-friggin-lutely. Absolutely, it's organized crime in the system. And so the whole goal is once the target's re-released, they're released with nothing. And then they just repeat it over and over again. Then they end up taking the court, see, because when you arrest somebody for homelessness, okay, all the prosecutor's got to do is say, why, the judge and the prosecutor will they work together? Why are you homeless, Leslie? I'm gang stalked. Really, Leslie, what's gang stalking? Well, you research it on the internet, okay, so they say, okay, we will. Then they go on the internet and they find my videos and say, Leslie, are you crazy? And as a result of some of the things you're saying, it maybe suggests that you are, so maybe you better see a psychiatrist. They're doing it right now to Bonnie in Oceanside. Go to YouTube and type in Bonnie, Oceanside, California gang stalking. That's right. Just do it. And then go to Google and type in psychiatry and gang stalking, doctors and gang stalking. Now they might not do it pertaining to this ticket because they know let me just put it to you this way. Do they know that I'm right now experiencing a Social Security disability review? Well, let's take a look at this. Gang stalking, oh my God, has been caught repetitively set around me inside of the Hall of Justice, where the actual office is that I get the information from pertaining to the court ticket. Now, the same exact method has been caught in the Hall of Justice, inside of City Hall, and the prosecutor's office is right behind City Hall. So, fellow American citizens, if it's been caught at UCSD, inside the Hall of Justice, inside of City Hall, do you honestly think that these little filthy red-ass whores are not connected to the prosecutor's office, which is right behind the San Diego City Hall? In closing, about 4 or 5 days ago, I forget when it was, I think it was last Friday, I'm not sure, I got it on an audio file. I went to the prosecutor's office, and guess what I did, which is right behind the City Hall? I locked up my bike, and then as I started approaching it, guess what I saw? You're never going to believe it until you type it in at Google, and which you'll be able to in a second when I tell you how you can find it. As I was walking toward the building, the Civic Center Plaza building, guess who was there? At least 30 homeless people, all of them with all their belongings and everything, literally standing right in front of the building, congregating. And every single time that I went to that place, including when I was standing behind people who were giving news conferences, to give you a point on this, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman sexually harassed by San Diego sheriff's officers, okay? And what you'll do is you'll see YouTube videos of me literally standing behind people who are giving a press conference. That's the same exact spot, homeless people all around us, congregating right at that very friggin' spot. And that spot, do you see that tree limb right there? Okay? And where I'm at in reference to it. Now, if you take that and say multiply it by 3 times, that's the distance of the length between the Civic Center Plaza door, which is the prosecutor's office building, and the length between where all these homeless people are congregating at. But yet they come and get me. Now, is that because I was exposing a member of the San Diego District Attorney's Office as well, Curtis Webb, who's all over the internet, okay, being directly connected to gang stalking, human trafficking, and a specific type of technology that gang stalking perpetrators can use against a target. I was exposing that all over the internet. And that situation is directly connected to, hold on, that situation is directly connected to, guess who? A University of California Davis doctor who raped a woman, then had her gang stalked, then she got gang raped, and then Curtis Webb played a role in having her children taken away from her because she was demanding child support from him. Now, University of California Davis is part of the University of California University system. So is UCSD. Now, the information online pertaining to that case has got gang stalking all over it. So just Google it. I was online exposing it within days of them coming here. Fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegans, fellow Americans, and fellow Californians, I do what I do to expose the truth. Because the truth needs to be known for what it is, in reference to these skanky hoes. Alright, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Alright, so anyways, today's date is November 5th, 2014. I literally gotta stop talking because I gotta put this shit away before it gets dark. Please say a prayer for me. if they attempt to put me in or put me in county mental health, an area neighborhood hospital psychiatric floor, we're gonna see if I get out of there and all my shit's gone. Money, IDs, food stamp card, bridge card, which is my bridge card. Hold on. If they steal my, hold on. See, what you gotta understand is that these things are staged events. They're incremental staged events. As a result of the staged event being played out, the staged event then brings about effects. It's the effects that they exploit in order to bring the target a step closer to the actual physical and financial exploitation. Okay? So make sure you do what I say in reference to going to Google and YouTube and typing in the YouTube descriptions that I described in this video, like learning disabled woman exposes criminal motivations of gang stalking, learning disabled woman makes hiking area prediction, because those videos, those hiking area prediction videos, literally show me describing what's happening in depth pertaining to who they are, what they're involved in, how they operate. Gotta get San Diego, California. I do apologize that I'm flying and ending this video, because trust me, I got a lot to say. But I gotta get this done before it gets dark, and it's gonna be dark within 40 minutes. Okay, have a good day.